Good morning, everybody. It's Gwen here, and I wanted to come on early this morning and do a quick little video before I head outside and do some stitching. It's beautiful here. Finally, we have some really nice sunny weather, and I don't think it's going to last, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can. Yesterday, I spent most of the day sitting outside in the backyard, just listening to the birds and doing some stitching. It was very relaxing. I'm going to do the same thing today. Tomorrow I'm going to be busy because I have to bake buns all day tomorrow to get ready for my grandson's barbecue for his grad. So I'm going to enjoy myself outside while I can today. I'll show you a couple things that I'm working on. I got some bags on the go. I'm almost finished these ones. This is some Tula Pink fabric, but I'm gonna save a sewing day for when it starts to rain and I can't get outside and do stuff. But this fabric is so beautiful, and it's the last of it. I'm using up the last of my Tula Pink fabric before I get my new shipment in of her new line. So I'm gonna do bags in that color, the pink, plus I'm gonna use the green fabric and make some bags with that. And I've got the purple fabric that I'm going to use and make bags with that too. So that will use up the last of my Tula Pink in this line anyway. And that'll make some nice bags. So I'm gonna get those done up the next rainy day. And well, it'll take me a few days to finish those, but I'll get them started anyway. And yesterday I was outside stitching all day, and I've got some more little blocks done on the Primitive Gathering wall hanging. They're so pretty, these, and they're so nice to just be able to sit and stitch on them. Kind of mindless stitching, I call it, where I can just sit and stitch and I don't have to aren't they pretty? The colors are just gorgeous. I don't have to think too much about it. I just have to sit and stitch as long as I have the right color. But they're beautiful. I think I got about 13 done out of 64. So this is my done pile, and this is my still to do pile. So that's what I'm going to work on again today while it's beautiful out. And then I got, so that's gonna, I love these bags for, you can carry these bags everywhere, and I do carry them everywhere. Then I got my haul that I was waiting for from from Trina from the Cotton Harvest Quilt Shop. I'm stockpiling whatever I need to start doing some Sue Spargo stitching. And I do have a quilt in mind that I'm going to work on, but I'm loving all these needles that I got from Trina. Look at the size of that needle. I don't know if you can see it there or not. I'm as blind as a bat if I'm not close up, but maybe I can open it and just show you how huge these needles are. Ah, come out of there. Look at that. It's as long as my finger. I'll tell you, if you stabbed yourself with that, that would really hurt. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to really enjoy doing this stitching with Sue Spargle, because I'm just curious as to what, here's another one, it's quite large and wide. That's a big needle. I'm curious as to what kind of stitching I'm gonna do with these huge needles, but they're tons of different sizes, and I really like all these little cases they come in too. Whoop. So there's my needle haul. Isn't that amazing? I can't even, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of stitches I get with all these little and big needles. So I'm looking forward to starting that project. But I also got some Sue Spargle threads from her. These colors are really nice. That's kind of a teal color. And the threads are interesting too, because they're really different gauges. Their colors are really nice. Nice green. This is quite a thick thread, so I'm wondering if that's what the big needle is for. It's going to be interesting to... These variegated threads are really nice too. That's a pretty color. Look at this, it's variegated green. That is just really sharp, really beautiful. So that's kind of excited about getting started on this, but I'm slowly getting what I need to do the quilt that I want to work on, because I'm gonna try force myself not to start it until this this fall. So hopefully by then I'll be able to slowly stockpile everything I need to work on that. That'll be my winter project. But man, long darner size number 1. That is a huge needle, and I just know already just by looking at these that I'm gonna sit down and design a bag to hold these needles. A lot of the bags that I make, I design myself. Sometimes they're not the same bag twice. Depends on what I need it for. But I usually try and make bags that work best for what I use them for, or for what my friends use. I have friends that are knitters, so they kind of give me some direction on what kind of bag they need for knitting, and I just play around until I whip one up for whatever they need. I do the same thing for myself. I come up with an idea of what I want for a bag, and then what I need it for, and then I just kind of design it myself. Sometimes I write my patterns out, sometimes they're chicken scratch on paper and only I can understand them. But I like to make bags, and I really like to use them for holding my projects in. There's one of the little ones I'm stitching right now. It's got my little needle minder on there. They're not very, these little squares are not very big, so they're kind of neat to work on. But I'll be glad when I'm finished that. I'm going to look forward to that wall hanging hanging on my wall. Not sure which wall yet in which room, but it's going to hang somewhere. But I'm still having my coffee this morning and just kind of sorting things out to see what I'm going to take outside. But I like, when it's nice out, I like to sit outside and do some stitching, and when it's raining out, then I like to sit in the house and do some sewing. We spend our winters are really long, so I have a lot of time in the winter time to do as much sewing as I want. So when it's nice outside, I like to try and do things that I can do outside. Other than that, I don't have anything else that came in the mail. The mail seems to be moving really slow again for some reason. I don't know why. It seemed to have a little spike where it moved quickly and then it seemed to slow down again. So I'm waiting for a couple of things to come in that I ordered from Etsy that I can't buy in town. So when those come in, I'll show you what they are. But they seem to be taking quite a while. Other than that, I look forward to getting out and doing some stitching and catching up on some of my YouTube channels that I enjoy watching. I like to see what everybody's working on and what projects they're finishing and what stuff they're buying, and I don't know why it's so interesting. I think it's interesting because I think we're all like that. I think anybody who does the crafting, whether it's knitting or crocheting or stitching or cross stitching, everybody seems to have a pile of haul and a pile of projects that are on the go and a lot of bags. So I think we're all the same, so that's probably why we enjoy watching each other's YouTube channels, so that we can live vicariously through everybody else's shopping. I try and limit myself as much as I can to try only have, I had a rule for myself. I'm only allowed to have four projects on the go at once. When the pandemic hit with COVID, that just blew me out of the water. I don't know what it was, but I just was all over the place and had started quite a few different projects that I'm still working on, some of them. One of them's the quilt that's hanging on the wall behind me here. I still have to finish stitching that. But I have got one quilt that's with Doris right now, getting quilted on her long arm, but it's the Christmas present quilt, so I'm not in any hurry for that. So that is one project that's done, and when I get it back, then I'll get the binding put on it, and maybe I'll be ready for Christmas early this year. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to do a short video before I head outside and enjoy the morning and get some more stitching in today. I'll keep you posted on what I've got coming in and the mail, and keep you posted on what I've got for bags on the go, and I hope you'll watch and subscribe and like and share my channel, and I'll just keep doing them. So everybody have a good day, and thanks for watching. Bye.